So very good morning to one and all. Let's welcome to VLSI class, VLSI design class now today. So, so in the previous class, we discussed about standard unit of capacitance, right? So what is the standard unit of capacitance? So this is the minimum for minimum size, the feature size transistor, the standard unit of capacitance is represented by 1 square Cz. And the value of this 1 square Cz is different for different technology. Okay, it's different for different technology. Now just observe here in 5 micrometer technology, 1 square Cz is equals to 0.01 picofarad. Okay, in 5 micrometer technology, the standard unit of capacitance 1 square Cz is equals to 0.01 picofarad. Similarly, in 2 micrometer, the orbit 2 micrometer MOS circuit, that is orbit 2 micrometer technology, 1 square Cz is equals to 0.0032 picofarad. Okay, 0.0032 picofarad. Similarly, in orbit 1.2 micrometer technology, 1 square Cz is equals to 0.0023 picofarad. Okay, like this we can calculate 1 square Cz in each and every technology. Okay, once you know the what type of technology we are going to use here. Okay, 5 micrometer, 2 micrometer technology, or 1.2 micrometer technology, or 0.2 micrometer technology. Okay, like this we can go for any technology. You can calculate 1 square Cz is equal to 0.0023. So because you are having 1 square Cz is different for different technology, so to identify those numbers is very, very difficult. So we are going to represent this capacitance value. Always we can represent in terms of square Cz. Okay, 1 square, like this we are going to represent in square Cz. Okay, so square Cz is common for all the technology. So once you know the value of the technology, you can calculate the value of the capacitor in picofarad, or you can represent the value in terms of square Cz. Okay, this is the main important. This is the concept behind this standard unit of capacitance. Okay, so now let's come to the how to calculate the area capacitances. Okay, how to calculate the area capacitance in lambda based technology, or it may be any in technology, in all the technologies. For example, let us assume that how to for the different layers. Okay, to calculate some area capacitance for different technologies, different layers. Okay, so assume that, let us consider once again we are assuming in this case, basically what happened is we are having gate area, that is what is standard feature size in lambda based design rules. Okay, standard gate, or we can call it standard, that is called feature size square. Okay, there is a transistor can be represented by feature size square or standard gate area. So there is 2 lambda into 2 lambda in lambda based design rules. Okay, multiplying this area with the relative value of the C from the table. Okay, the previous table, whatever the previous table we discussed here. Okay, from this table. Okay, substituting the relative value, that means the standard relative value multiplied by the capacitance value, we are getting, we'll calculate the capacitance. The product will require the capacitance in square Cz. Okay, remember, whenever you can use this relative value, the value will get directly in terms of square Cz. Okay, just remember. That means, so what is the capacitance value? Basically, the corresponding relative area. Okay, relative area multiplied by relative value of the C. So already we have calculated the relative value of the C from the table. Okay, these are the relative value of the C. Okay, the relative value of the area multiplied by the relative value of these capacitance gives the value in standard unit of capacitance. Okay, remember this concept. Okay, so therefore the product will give the required capacitance in 1 square Cz, in square Cz units. Okay, in square Cz unit. Remember this point. Once again I repeat. So once you calculate the capacitance value, Okay, for any layer, first find the relative area. Okay, first find the relative area and multiply the relative area with the relative value of the C from the table gives the capacitance value in square CZ unit. In square CZ unit. Remember that point. Okay. Otherwise, you can take the direct value area multiplied by the actual value of the capacitance from the table in terms of picofarads per square micrometer into 10 to the power -4. Will get the value in terms of farads. Okay, in terms of picofarad or farad depending upon your unit. So, but if you use relative values for the area as well as the table values, okay, so you will get the value directly in terms of square CZ. Once you know the value of the square CZ from different technology, you can substitute that value, you will get the value in farads. Okay, that is the different here. Okay, there is the main difference. Okay, so that means in both the cases, both the conditions will be correct in this case. Either you can take relative values or you can take the direct values. So you will get the answer. Now let's see how to calculate this area, that is a standard unit value. Okay, what is the 1 square CZ for this layer? Okay, what is the capacitance value in square CZ? We'll discuss now. Okay, let us assume that we are having the layer like this. Okay, assume the layer is this one. Okay, you can define the layer and assuming that this layer and it is not given. The area is what is the name of that area? Okay, the layer is not given. It may be metal, it may be metal, it may be polysilicon, it may be diffuser, any layer in this case. Now, assuming that this is the metal layer, what is the capacitance to the substrate value? What is the capacitance to substrate? That means if you consider this is the metal capacitance to substrate, what is the capacitance here? If it is metal, it is the polysilicon. The capacitance substrate is nothing but capacitance to substrate. What is the value? Like this, we are going to calculate the layer capacitance associated with this layer, the value of the capacitance associated with this layer. Okay, so for example, now in this, just observe here. So this is the form the rectangle. This is the rectangular in the form of rectangular, and this crossing here indicates this is a large value. Okay, the length of that layer may be very large. Okay, approximately in terms of very large value. It's not a two piece. It's not a two pieces. It is a single piece. Okay, but it is having large value. Okay, large value of the large area. Okay, so therefore this is the length of the layer and this is the width of the layer. And assuming that, and it is given that length of this layer is given L is equal to 20 times the lambda and width is given 3 times lambda. Okay, 3 times lambda. So the length and width of the layer is given. So once the length and width of the layer is given, then you can calculate, first you can calculate the relative area. Okay, because the area is same. Okay, this is it may be metal or it may be consider it is a polysilicon. Okay, it is a polysilicon or it may be a N diffusion. Okay, it may be anything. Okay, metal, polysilicon or diffusion layer. So the area is same. Okay, L is equal to 20 lambda and width is equal to 3 lambda. So therefore, what is the relative area? What is the actual relative area here? How to calculate the relative area? Okay, so basically area is nothing but length into width, right? But we require the relative area. That is, what is the relative value? How to find out the relative value? The actual value divided by standard value. Actual value divided by the standard value. What is the standard value? What is the standard value? That is the feature size value. Okay, assuming that this is the metal, whatever the layer now, assuming in this case, maybe polysilicon, maybe metal, it may be anything. Minimum is we are assuming. We can take the minimum, even though the metal layer having the 3 lambda, width is 3 lambda, but we have to concentrate. What is the standard gate area? That is the thing you have to consider. Standard gate area you have to consider. Maybe any layer. It may be metal, metal 1, metal 2, or polysilicon. And denominator is always standard gate area. Okay, what is the standard gate area of the transistor? 2 lambda into 2 lambda, right? L is equal to W. So 2 lambda into 2 lambda. So what is the actual area of the layer? L into W. So there is 20 lambda into 3 lambda. Okay, so the relative area is equals to actual value divided by standard gate area. Okay, standard gate area, and assume that the technology is not specified in this case also. Okay, the technology is not specified in this here. So by default, you can consider 5 micrometer technology. Since we are using three technologies in this textbook. First one is 5 micrometer technology, and 2 micrometer technology, Orbit 2 micrometer technology, and Orbit 1.2 micrometer technology. These are the 3 technologies we are going to use, but is not specific. The technology is not specified in the problem. So we can consider that by default, we can consider it is a 5 micrometer technology. So therefore, we can calculate the capacitance in 5 micrometer technology, right? So first calculate the relative area. How to calculate the relative area? The formula is relative area is equals to actual area, that is standard given area, we can say, okay, actual area of the layer divided by standard gate area, okay. So therefore, actual area is of the layer is 20 lambda into 3 lambda, okay, L into W divided by standard gate area is 2 lambda into 2 lambda. So minimum width of the features, minimum size of the transistor is called feature size. For feature size transistor, the area is 2 lambda into 2 lambda. There is 4 lambda square, right? Remember that point. Okay. So calculate the value. Okay, calculate this value. It is approximately lambda will be close is 10, 15. Okay, you will get is equal to relative area is equal to 15. You will get. Okay. So now consider this is the metal. Consider the area is metal 1. Okay, consider the area is metal 1. Consider the area is metal 1. Now, so already we calculate the relative area of the metal of this layer. It is 15. Okay, relative area is 15 already calculated, unitless. Okay, so metal capacitance to the substrate, metal 1 capacitance to the substrate. So simply we can call, since it is the metal 1, capacitance to substrate you have to consider. Okay, so from the figure, that is from the table in 5 micrometer technology, okay, metal 1 to substrate you have to consider. Okay, metal 1 to substrate in 5 micrometer technology, this actually given value is 0.3 and whose relative value is 0.075. 0.075. Take this value, okay, because we are going to calculate the value in terms of relative values. So take the relative value of metal 1 to substrate capacitance in 5 micrometer technology is 0.075. Okay, so substitute this value here 0.075. Okay, the value you will get in terms of square CZ. Okay, remember if you consider the relative values, you will get the value, the unit is in square CZ. Remember, this is the most important thing you have to remember. Okay, so the capacitance, metal 1 to substrate capacitance is equals to relative area multiplied by relative value of the C. You know the relative area of the layer is 15, already calculated here, into relative value of the C from the table is 0.0750. Okay, and all these values, because we are taking relative values, you will get in terms of square CZ unit. This is the unit of the metal 1 to substrate capacitance. So all the capacitance you are going to represent, the unit of the capacitance is square CZ from now onwards. Okay, remember. So calculating this value, you get 1.125 square CZ. Okay, that means 1.125 times the value of standard gate area. Okay, standard capacitance value. So like this, you can calculate the area capacitance, that is the metal 1 to substrate capacitance is equals to 1.215 square CZ, right? So that is, we can define that area, that is the area defined area, that means this defined area in metal has a capacitance to substrate Okay, metal has the capacity to substrate 1.125 times that of feature size square gate area. Feature size square gate area. This square indicates the feature size and gate area. Okay, so this is the gate area. That is the capacitance is associated here in case of a layer when the layer is considered as a metal one. Okay, so like this you can calculate the area. Once again I repeat. So first we can consider what to do to find the capacitance of the layer, to calculate the relative capacitance of the layer here. So what to do? First find the relative area of the layer. How to find the relative area? By taking the standard area of the layer divided by standard gate area of the transistor. Okay, standard gate area. So calculate the value, that is the relative area, that is equals to, we are getting 15 here depending upon this lambda's value. So now this is the metal one. So metal one to substrate capacitance within here. Okay, capacitance substrate indicates metal one to substrate capacitance, that is equals to, in terms of relative values we are going to find out relative area multiplied by relative value of the C. All values must be relative. Okay, relative value of the area multiplied by relative value of this value. From the table you can take the value, because technology is not specified to go for the pharmacrometer technology. So it is 15 into the relative value of the C from the table is 0.075 square Cg, and you will get the value in terms of square Cg only if you consider the relative areas, relative values. If you consider the relative value, the unit is just see here. The product will give the required capacitance in square Cg unit. So you get the value in square Cg. This is the unit of the capacitance, the metal one to substrate capacitance. Okay, you will get this value, right? So next one, you can assume that this is the polysilicon. Okay, now in this first we are assuming this is the metal one. We are calculating the value. Now go for the assuming this area is polysilicon. Once again the same relative area, no change in the relative area, so keep it as it is. Next, consider the area is polysilicon. Okay, consider the area is polysilicon. So capacitance to substrate indicate poly to substrate capacitance you have to consider from the table, right? Remember, poly to polysilicon to substrate capacitance. So whatever the value we get, the capacitance to substrate is nothing but relative area into relative C value from the table for the poly, that is relative value of the capacitance. Okay, no, relative area is common for all the layers. Okay, for this layer, for this structure, relative area is common, this 15. But from the table, poly to substrate capacitance you have to consider. Poly to substrate capacitance. Poly to substrate in pharmacrometer technology, actual value is 0.4, but the relative value is 0.1. Okay, unitless. Okay, so this is unitless. So 0.1. So you can substitute this value 15 into 0.1 square Cg. Okay, in square Cg. So like this you can calculate here. Just observe. Consider the capacitance area is polysilicon. Polysilicon to substrate capacitance is equal to 15 into 0.1 square Cg. So it is nothing but 1.5 square Cg, right? 1.5 square Cg. Similarly, we can consider again the area. This area again, N diffusion. Okay, N diffusion. Again, the relative area is same, and capacitance to substrate, N diffusion to substrate, diffusion to substrate. You have to consider from the table. Okay, so what value you have to consider? Diffusion capacitance you have to consider. Diffusion capacitance. Okay, this is the active layer. Always it is in terms of substrate only. Diffusion capacitance is given 1. Relative value is given 0.25. You take this value in pharmacrometer technology. Okay, take the pharmacrometer technology. So it is nothing but capacitance to substrate condition is 15. Diffusion capacitance to substrate is 15 multiplied by the relative value is 15 into capacitance value 0.25, relative value of the poly to the diffusion or thin layer, that is 0.25 in square Cg. So the value is equal to 3.75 square Cg. Right? These are the values. So like this you can calculate the value of the layer. Once you know the relative value, very easily you can calculate the capacitance associated with this in terms of square CZ, right? That is the main thing you have to remember. Okay. Now, how to calculate the value in terms of farads? Just multiply, because we are using 5 micrometer technology here. Okay, we are using 5 micrometer technology. In 5 micrometers technology, 1 square cc is equals to 0.01 farad, picofarad. Okay, let's see, 0.01 picofarad, right? In 5 micrometer technology, 1 square cc is equals to 1 square cc. Standard unit of capacitance is equals to 0.01 picofarad. So for this case, we can use here 1.125 into 1 square cc is equals to, what is the value? 0.01 picofarad. You get the value in terms of picofarad, right? So the like this you can calculate. Similarly, for polysilicon to substrate capacitance, similarly bend diffusion capacitance also, we can substitute the value 1 square cc is equal to 0.01 picofarad. So we get the value in terms of picofarad, right? So like this, you can calculate the value of the capacitance either in the standard unit of capacitance or in terms of picofarad. But remember, this is the values for 5 micrometer technology, and you try to calculate. Okay, try to calculate in 2 micrometer technology, also in 1.2 micrometer technology. Okay, try the assume the same area, find the metal to substrate capacitance, poly to substrate capacitance, diffusion capacitance in orbit 2 micrometer technology and orbit 1.2 micrometer technology. Try to solve this one. Okay, don't confuse. In the same process, you can calculate the value, right? So next topic, we'll go to the next topic that is here. Okay, now assuming that the area, calculate the capacitance associated with this layer. This is the multi-layer. Okay, this is the multi-layer substructure. So this is the metal one, and this is the contact cut, and assume that this is the diffusion, and this is the polysilicon. So polysilicon crosses the diffusion here. So minimum it must be 2 lambda. When it is minimum is crossing is 2 lambda, then the transistor is formed. Okay. So by considering this structure, what is the total capacitance associated with this one? So that means it is a multi-layer. How to calculate the capacitance associated with this structure, right? Now just observe here now in this case, just remember, this is the metal layer, and this is the polysilicon layer, and this is the diffusion. That means totally we are having 3 layers, okay, 3 structures. One is metal, poly, and the third one is transistor formation. Okay, the transistor formation, this is connected to here. We are moving in this direction, so we have to consider this is the gate terminal. Okay, this is the drain or source region or source or drain region. This is the gate, always it is the gate. So therefore, gate to gate capacitance you have to consider. For the total structure, we can consider gate capacitance, right? But here it is a metal, and we are having the polysilicon is from here to here. Okay, polysilicon is from here to here. So therefore, we can calculate the polysilicon from this point to here, and metal is from this point to at this level only, and the gate capacitance. So totally this structure consists of 3 capacitance. One is metal capacitance and poly capacitance CM. Metal capacitance is CM, poly capacitance CP, and gate capacitance, right? So depending on, and that means that is the condition, that is the thing you have to remember here. Okay, that means excluding the gate area, polysilicon. Now remember, to calculate the polysilicon layer capacitance, we are going to exclude this gate capacitance. We are going, this is the structure of the minimum size transistor structure. So therefore, we are going to exclude. Okay, we are going to exclude this capacitance. Okay, don't confuse here. Okay, then how to calculate first? Okay, first consider the metal area. Once again, we are having 3 layers: metal, poly, and transistor. Okay, First, consider the structure is metal. What is the metal width and metal length here? This is the width is 3 lambda. This is the length up to here 100 lambda. Okay, to take that value. Okay, so the ratio, what is the relative area? What is the relative ratio or relative area of that metal layer? Okay, actual metal area, that is 3 lambda into 100 lambda, right? 3 lambda into 100 lambda divided by standard gate area, that is 2 lambda into 2 lambda. Okay, so calculate this value, you'll get 75. Okay, for this area, metal 1 layer, relative area is equal to 75. Okay, so now metal to substrate capacitance you have to consider. Okay, metal capacitance CM is nothing but metal to substrate capacitance 75, and assume that the technology is not specified here. Okay, technology is not specified. Is not specified means go for the pharma accumulator technology. In the examination also, if the technology is not specified, go for the pharma accumulator technology, right? So go for the pharma accumulator technology. So 75 into 0.075 is equals to 5.625 square cg, because we are using relative value. Okay, 5.625 square cg. Okay, next consider the polysilicon area. Consider the polysilicon area. Now here, while considering the polysilicon area, so we can exclude this gate area. Okay, because it is a combination of diffusion and polysilicon, right? So that's why we require only gate area, but no need to consider that contact here. Okay, there is no contact, but there is a contact will be exists. So consider this area also. Okay, this length also here. Polysilicon will consist of this totally. This is the here also we are having the polysilicon, and metal also we are having. You can take either metal or polysilicon. Consider this one here. So already we are considering metal here, and we are not considering this contact for the poly metal one. So we can consider this total metal for the polysilicon. Okay. So what is the length? 4 lambda into 4 lambda poly plus this is 1 lambda and this is 2 lambda. Okay. This is, just remember this. What is the distance here? From here to here. This is 2 lambda. This is 2 lambda. This is automatically you can see from here to here this 2 lambda. Okay. But it is given from here to here. This is 1 lambda given. So this is 1 lambda plus this is 2 lambda. Totally polysilicon is having 3 lambda. Okay, this area into 2 lambda. 1 lambda plus 2 lambda, that is 3 lambda into 2 lambda, width is 2 lambda, plus 4 lambda into 4 lambda, that is polysilicon of the contact cut. The total polysilicon now exists here. That is 4 lambda, 4 lambda. This is the contact. Okay, plus 3 lambda into 2 lambda. 3 lambda means 1 lambda plus 2 lambda into 2 lambda, which is 2 lambda, right? So this is the 22 lambda square will get poly area. Okay, there is poly area, there is a relative area. Polysilicon's relative area is equals to this one. Once you calculate the polysilicon's relative area, now what is the polysilicon capacitance now? Yes, polysilicon capacitance is equals to, what is the value? Yes, what is the value of polysilicon's capacitance? 22, right? Into, yes, what is the value? Poly to capacitance. Yes, relative value of the poly to substrate capacitance is equals to this value. Okay, so what is the value now? This is the only actual area of this one. What is the relative area? This 22 lambda square divided by 4 lambda. Okay, 4. Okay, 4, 4. 22 by 4 we have to substitute. So this is 22 by 4 is the relative area. 22 by 4 relative area multiplied by relative value of the poly to capacitance is 0.1 from the table. So you'll get this region, this value. Right? You get this value here. So this is the CP. We can consider polysilicon capacitance. Now we already excluded the transistor gate area. Okay, now we can consider this transistor gate area. So this is the standard for 2 lambda width. So for 2 lambda width, this is the gate area. So we can take CG, 1 square CG. What is the 1 square CG in pharma accumulator technology? Yes, 1 square cc in 5 micrometer technology is equals to 1 square cc. So the gate for the transistor gate capacitance is equal to 1 square cc. Okay, if you want to calculate the value. Relative area is 2 lambda divided by again 2 lambda by 2 lambda. You get the relative value is to 1. That is 1 square cc. Okay, so this is the like this you can calculate. Now what is the total capacitance now? Cm plus Cp plus Cc, right? So Cm plus Cp plus Cc. Total capacitance is equal to Cm plus Cp plus Cc is equals to 7.2. This is approximately 7.2 square Cc. Okay, approximately square Cc. So like this, we can calculate the capacitance associated with the structure. Okay, and to find the value in terms of square Cc, because you are using 5 micrometer technology, in the 5 micrometer technology, 1 square Cc is equal to 0.01 picofarad. So substitute 1.2 into 0.01 picofarad, you will get the value of the capacitance, right? Like this, you can calculate the value of the capacitance in the structure, right? So in the next class, you can go for some other topic. So any doubts, please ask me. Like this, you can calculate the capacitance associated with the different layers called multi-layers, and also for the single layers. And this problem and the previous problem and this problem is very important. Okay, remember, if you have any doubts, please ask me. Right. So I'm going to stop the screen now.